Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work more on this coal plant in order to get it working. I already did some work on this first line to get it up and running. Now we'll work on the middle parts, see what kind of damage we can do, and you'll see me try and work through the issues. Let me show you what I got done with this first one. As you can see, it's already up and running. I did not connect it to my main power plant yet or anything like that. I'm going to, and then I can start ripping stuff down. This will do 3 times the amount that my existing coal power plant works on. So what I've done is taken a sky bridge out that direction. Once again, I'm going to destroy a lot of that and rebuild this once I'm done to make it pretty. We are only using one coal node that's coming up, feeding down here, straight down this way. I'm going to make a large building there that both coal nodes are going to feed down the same conveyor. And then we'll have those 2 coal nodes. There will be a sky bridge that connects to those 2 as well. Don't mind the lack of smoke. We're out of render distance. Those are on. Once I came over here, I had 270 coal and we need to start splitting. So first, we took 270 and divided it by 3. So each of these legs is 90, 90, and 90. Once it came in, we split it again, 45 and 45. And then if you break 45 down, you get 15, 15, 15. I did that on each one. There's your 45, 45, your 3 15s, your 3 15s. And this is why I showed you back there when I tried to do it all compacted and it got kind of in the way. It's easier to just do this. Come out. I knew that I was splitting it in 3s, so put 1 splitter in between 3, 1 in between 3, 1 in between 3, and just keep on repeating that pattern. And then we just had to split it between the 2 because each leg was 2. It's basically the same thing we did down there with the math. We just added this extra splitter here because of the extra amount of splitting. If I could say that as a word. So here's some water towers that I've built up top. Remember, what we're going to do is actually pull it up high. And then I've done some plumbing for the first 6. Remember, we're doing 6, then 6, then 6 on both sides. So 3 bays of 6, 3 bays of 6. I'm sure Jim will appreciate that whenever he watches this. And then I had him come down the middle and arc to the side. When I'm done having to go down and come back up, I'll clean all this up and then I'll be able to just walk straight down the middle and not worry about it. Now the water is going to pump up from under us here, up these pipes into those buffers, fluid buffers, and then right back down and then feed all of these. I haven't plumbed in all this. So a lot of this is going to be me just working at doing everything. Now you'll notice this section doesn't have those supports. I just deleted them after they were there. After I had all the pipes done, I just deleted them. And I did that. Plus I like having it come from above. So if I need to, I can just walk down here. If you see the other location over there, whenever I walk through it, I have to constantly jump and jump and jump and jump to get around. This is low enough to where I can jump on top of it if I need to do any kind of work while I'm building it. And that's really all there is to it. There is a small problem here. What is going on? What is going on? Why? Oh, why are you doing this to me, Smalls? What is happening? See, it pays to come back and look at stuff after you've built it.
Stop wasting time.
Yes, Ada. You'd zoop when I wanted to zoop, but we wouldn't be wasting time. What is your problem? I almost made that jump. That would have been super cool, but oh well. You are offline. Why are you offline, sir? You don't have electricity. That's the problem. See? See? Boom, boom, boom. There. Caught that before it started. Well, no, I didn't. See, 3 of those are already having a hissy fit. The only reason they worked as long as they did was because of this fluid buffer. Okay. So if I want to shut all 3 of these down, or sorry, all 6 of these down real quick, that's actually really easy. I just have to come down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and disconnect this one wire here. So now, oh really? Is that what we're doing? That's what we're doing. I guess once it's hooked up to the grid, it wants to be hooked up to the grid. All right, fine. But normally, if you disconnect it, it'll die. And I could do that on all of them, but it's faster to just hit the button. I assumed incorrectly that once I disconnected it, it would just fix our flow issue. All right, I'll leave that section off and then promptly forget about it by the end of the video. At least it's not loud and annoying anymore. Okay, let's go down here and see what we can do as far as getting all this working. Make ourselves a platform to get across. Great, I'm about out of plates. Fortunately, I don't need plates for this. So there's a pipe and there's a pipe. So that's what we're here to aim for. So let's see about getting this. Where is that? That's on about there. You really got to eyeball it. I mean, actually, that's a lie. You don't have to eyeball this if you don't want to. I'll show you how to make it exact. What we could do, go ahead. We're going to do this right. What we're going to do is zoop that way, much as we're able. And now, oh, really? Mr. B, are you playing in the water? It's because of this, I am going to need more of these. All right. It's 1 over and the edge is right up against it. 1 over, edge is against it. Boom, boom. And then at this point, this is how I did the others. So, or at least I did that one so we could match it. And then once we have that side down, well, those don't match, do they? Oh, well. So once again, same thing. That. Then we can get rid of collar. That. Now the fun part, getting this guy in here. He's going to be my pain because of that piece of land right there. Maybe it'll be more of a pain on that side. You know what? No one but us is going to see this down here. Be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Am I convincing myself or am I convincing you? The world may never know. Ooh. That is truly hideous. I love it. All right. You know what? Really hideous. Right, like that. What we'll do is make a cross junction between the two, and then do like we do up there. Turn this to face it properly. And then we can go from there to there. How does that look? Oof. But from there to there. You know, that's not so bad. Maybe it's just because it's late and I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with that. Is that it? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, sure. That's totally it. All right. Same thing here. Face this one. I guess we'll have to face it the other direction. Let's see. I'll have a lot more room over that side too. How far are you? Oh boy, you are ultra close. So if you look in the bottom left corner, see those squares underneath? I try and line them up corner to corner on something like that. And then once I have him face the right way, I'll try and line his corner up. That way it's a straight line. There to there. Once again, this can be... Ooh, man, that was close. This can be as close or I don't care as you want it to be, but it is totally up to you. So now, since these are close like that... No, we want... That is not horizontal to vertical. You are out of your mind. If you hit H, you can look away and take another look at it. Can I change the... Oh, I can't. H. If I hit R, I can see all the different shapes. You know what? Maybe what do we need to do? Just make one a bit closer. Not noodle. Well, let's move it back a little. Yeah, I can live with that. Remember, we're going to have to put in pumps for all this. Which, what did we say we were going to do? They're done pumping, so it might have filled up that line. Because we were looking at that before to where I was like, well, you're going to use a little bit of power. So each leg is going to be 8 because we used 2. But if we underclock it to 90, we're only using 13.7 compared to 20. So 20 minus 13.7, 6.3 is what we're saving times 3. So we're actually saving 18. So we'll still be, by underclocking, instead of leaving everything maxed out, we'll be able to save 10.9. So we'll actually make up for it if we underclock. If we do not underclock, we're not going to make up for it. Turn this section back on. I'm sure it's filled now since those guys have all stopped. That's good. We need to make sure this is filled up. Yes. That's why it was slowly getting all the way down. Because that one was without power, so we only had 2 of them. Trying to have 180 water because we underclocked them. Try and feed a system that needs, what was it, 45 times 6? That needs 270. So yeah, it was a losing battle. All right, now we'll let that run for a while and we should be good. And make sure this says, yep, that's all of them. Like I said, I haven't connected anything. So these are just burning to burn. Everybody's upset. All the environmentalists are out there picketing. It's horrible. Horrible times. Okay. So there's that. So now what we can do is run. Let's run some power over here to this section. That way this system can start filling up. Because we want all this to start working ASAP. Let's see. 4. Put one there. And I went ahead and purchased the better power grids. I'm sorry, power nodes. What do they call them? Wall outlets. It's not exactly a wall, but I got the Mark IIs that allow 7 for these as well. And then we can move you to there. And then we'll go ahead and run power to you, and to you. All right, let's see if water's even getting up to the first floor. The answer is no. So we're also going to need a pump. It's getting up to there at least. Or was I just impatient? Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. What you care about is this number here and here. I know we saw a little splatter of water there. That is not an indication that it's getting anywhere at all. If I hit H, I can come up here and see how far up that goes. That's actually higher than I wanted it. So we'll face it that way. And then face it like that. How high up was that? A little lower. Can't nudge these guys. I'll just eyeball this. Should we face it that way or face it the other way? Guess if we face it this way, we just have to pull power to this section. And then we can do power to the node there. Power to, well, never mind. That's not in the middle. I don't like that. Always something's going to bother me, isn't it? Power. We'll go on that center line. That's fine. There. There. And then we'll go ahead and run it. I saw a line over here. Maybe what we'll do is... Right. What's funny is once I'm done with this plant properly, I'll probably never come back here, but I just like the idea of doing it right the first time. All right, so those have power, but they're still not getting water, right? Because we need to pull it from down here one. I know, y'all are all full. So we can put it all the way up against the top if we wanted, if it will reach that high. Well, one way to find out if it is going to reach that high, and we can actually face these guys this way since that's where our power nodes are. Let's run a power wire to it and see if suddenly he'll start pumping. He's pumping. Okay. We're not going to do that on this other side for obvious reasons. Well, you know, now that I consider it. No! Bad jump. Bad jump. Bad jump. Edit. Edit. Alright. Now that I consider this for obvious reasons. That was seamless, wasn't it? I know. You couldn't even tell. Couldn't even tell. I impress myself sometimes. Alright, all the time. Boom to boom. So he should start pumping. Good. We should get some water here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's why I built this little stairway. I can get up here easier. So now this guy should be filling. Good. This guy should be already on the way. Oh, well, it's because I already have that one hooked up to those. So let's go ahead and finish this section. Just 4 of these to put in because the last ones at the end already have a straight shot in. Or once again, you make this as pretty as you want it to be. This is just how I like to do it, because then it's nice and neat. So once I'm done, I'll just clean up my mess. Oop. What is that? Oh, it's the back side of that. Okay. And good enough for me. Oh, missed one further down than, oh, more than one. So now you can see the vision that I have if I ever come back and I want to walk through here. Well, pretty you. That doesn't mess up the flow. Now they'll just stand. Now I can walk through here nice and neat. See, and I like how that comes through. That's really satisfying to me. All right. So now let's work on the next while all these boys fill. Oh, wait a minute. I said fill. What are y'all doing? Why are you barely pumping, my friend? Are you barely getting any? Do I need to go? Maybe we were too high up. Maybe. Nothing like balancing on pipes after you've already gotten rid of all the other. See how vigorous they're pumping? Vigorous. Didn't think I'd be saying that tonight. Interrupted my sip. All right. Yeah. See, now they're really going at it. So I think what the issue was, water was barely getting to that first pump, and it was just throwing what little it had up to that next pump. So our flow was very, very reduced. Our flow keeps increasing. As long as we're over that 270, I think we're golden. Well, you must be full. Are you full? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, these are all full up. Okay. Crisis averted. Go on to the next. Crisis. So, first things first, we'll work on these end pieces. So, using this line as a cheat, I'm going to line it up. Go 1, 2. And then delete that because I wanted to go up. Pop, pop, pop. As high as I can go. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my 6th one in this set of 6. 1, 2, up as high as I can. And then it should mirror to the other side. So what's weird is it's always the left side. So when I turn over here, it's off center. It's this one. So I can't just go straight across and say, okay, put one there, because actually not where it stops. Stops there. So you can't just sit there and just duplicate it straight back and forth like that. That one's no good. See? It's here. 1, 2. And then connect the middle pieces. And then for the end. Don't worry, we'll get to coal. This will probably be a really long video. If you're hanging in there with me, please give me a like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I don't like how a lot of stuff you watch on Satisfactory videos, the guys just walk through and go, this is what I built. I like to show you the process of planning it out and how to do things instead of you bumbling through it like I had to whenever I first started. I remember my first coal plant, I actually brought the coal way back to my main base. In fact, it's right near where my main base is now for this playthrough. And then I needed water. So I built 3 refineries right at my base, and then pumped water like freaking 100 meters from where the small pool that I found in the area was. And when I got done, I was like, all right, well, I got power. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, why in the world did I choose to do that? It's because I didn't know any better. I mean, I was just doing what made sense at the time. And I'm sure as gamers, we've all done that before, to where we look back and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I even considered that was a good idea at the time. But that's how you play. That's how you get better. And used to, I would put all of these pipes on the ground. All this would be level, and then I would have that going up, and that's perfectly fine. I just like the look of this more with everything raised up, and then our lifters will be going straight up. I've gone through a couple different iterations as I've played this game, and one of them is something like this. But then I also got to the point to where I would have all the pipes on the ground level, and then I stacked splitters up on top of each other like that, and I would go over my pipes into lifters. But then, and of course, then I have a floating splitter, but then you have a bunch of floating splitters all over the sky, and it just seemed like structurally weird. I mean, I'll get rid of some structures. They're mainly just to help me keep my pipe straight instead of trying to make it organic. These things are really nice. Keep saying the word organic. I want it to be natural looking is my point. Okay, so how did I do this before? I basically came up. Where did I want to come up? I wanted to come up on the inside of a line. This one was closer on the left. I assume it's going to be the same way. Yes, it's closer on the left. We'll try and match this as good as we can. I'm on that line there. And of course, there are no lines once I get past that. Did I like turn that one weird or something? Okay, no, my eyes are just... Yeah, I have these. Those are all... There's a grid pattern that I've never noticed that actually changes. Oh my gosh. Okay, well... Huzzah. That's awful close. You are off by 1 from your edge on the 5th. You are way over. I basically made it in the middle of those two. Okay. I just want to see how I did it. So I was close, but not quite. Well, that was off, wasn't it? You can tell that before I even slapped it in. Because I would need to be on that line. Duh. The line. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And that is 1, 2, 3 over. Did I do that right? So not clipped. 1, 2, 3. By clipped, I mean that. So it's 1, 2, 3. Is that where it was? No. There. Perfect. All right. And now we know where those are. Oh, we're not going to climb up there, are we? Architecture 6. And then how do we have these? It's just a whole lot of measuring. So it's right up against the edge of it. So we can do the same thing here. Right up against the edge. Didn't even put that one down, did I? Oh, I'm off. Can't all be perfect. They're right up against each other. And then you there. Right up against the edge. I did it again, didn't I? Yep. Hard to tell from the side. So that's how we're doing that. And we just need to pull. Of course, I put these in the way. There to. Oh. That was a little more off than I expected, wasn't it? Am I off like that over here? Oh, God, I am. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. If I move it over that much, one clip. One. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3. That's not. I think I'd rather move the damn machines back and move that. This is going to give us enough room to look. I will. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my nervous breakdown. So glad you could come. Look, this is going to be a long video. I think what I'll do is just... Oh, geez Louise, that's... Oh my gosh. That one's... Okay. That's still the same amount of distance? No, it's not. All right. So the way I'll fix this is I'll move all these guys back a little bit into my lane here. Yeah, my lane's not perfect anyways. So I'll just narrow this lane. I'll do that off camera. So I won't hook up pipes to this side just so I can move them back a smidge, just a smidge. That'll fix it, right? I'm gonna say yes. Okay. Okay. Because in the end, what matters is those dictate where we're going to be. 100%. 100. Yeah. 1000%. Well, that was smooth. Apparently you can connect those to the sky. Yay for me and knowledge. Okay. Need all of y'all. Now we're going to need to go down into this. Udamus. See, some of the fun stuff you learn. And I don't have to do a whole lot. I just have to delete these pipes here in order to run it back. In order to move them, push them back that little smidge. Just a smidge. Okay. All right, we got to go down again. See, I didn't know if anybody would be interested in watching this process. Like I said, when I was new, I definitely would have loved to have seen something like this, just because it gives you an idea of what that person is doing off camera, which is so frustrating when they're like, this is what you got to do. And poof, it's done. And you're like, I missed that, boss. I totally missed that. Do all that over again. Again. Come underneath here. We can mount that guy there. A little off. Just like me. All right. Once again, this is just to try and line things up. Lined up. Thought I was deleting something over there for a second. Again, bottom right corner, I'm lining up those boxes a little bit. Okay, and then spin it around, do the same thing. Bottom right corner. Like that. And then we should be able to run a pipe between the two. What did we do again? Oh, we were back a little bit on both of them, weren't we? You know what? These do not have to match. That's why we did it, wasn't it? Yeah. Ugh. And then the pipe just wants to be ugly. What does it look like there? I'd rather that than the ziggy-zaggy thing it was trying to do. Yeesh. Maybe it is to be back a little bit. We have room to play. Line it up with the ones behind it. Swoop, swoop. I'm trying to just barely breathe on the mouse. Like, come on. It's perfect. Just kidding. Doesn't matter that damn much. Oh, I don't want to. You know what? If you're going to make me do this without holding down control, we can play that game. That is not, or that's more horizontal to vertical than the other one was. All right, and we know our pumps need to be right about here. And then we'll scroll them around to where that rod faces this direction. That. Remember, it doesn't care about that left section, just pushing up. I can't even tell if that's straight or not. Not. All right. Power 2. Pull power over here. Power. Then on that fancy line. There we go. Goodness. And sure we don't get that stuff because that's part of him. Go. Fill her back up. And now we're going to get so far up. And we need more pumps up here. right, so it locked right there. That's fine. Which way were these pumps facing last time? I had them both facing not that way, but whoa, that way. Rip you down. That. Or we're going to put a... Oh no, we can't run it through a wall. That's just hideous. Can we run the power wire through there? Actually, doesn't look half bad. Okay, we'll do that. Look at there. I know. Watch. This is going to be... It's too far. Yeah, it looks fine. Super duper 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 fine. Okay. Pump that side, pump that side, pump this side, pump every side. All right, do that one more time. And then we'll work on the belts. Like I said, this is a bit of an episode. Throat's getting dry. So, first things first. We need not to forget where our 6-1 is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Up high. Same thing on this one. 1, 2. High. 2. Da da da. 1, 2. All right. Almost doesn't look like it matched, but it does. It does. It does. All right. Even though I'm going to destroy them anyways, I need it for the visuals. Go ahead, put... After this is done, I'll only have one more to do. It's on the outer edge. These were the challenging ones because I wanted it to look nice. But I had to think about the design and figure out how exactly we wanted to do this. I think that looks, I personally think that looks neat. I mean, doesn't that, I mean, that, so cool looking. I built that. I built that. That's what's truly amazing about it to me. And you could build one like this, or you could build it yourself however you want. You can make it ugly. If you end up building one and you're having trouble with it, just ask. There's even a Facebook group. I'm part of that. People are very helpful there. But if you're asking questions, take screenshots. We really, really like to see screenshots so we know what in the world we're talking about when we're trying to help out. All right, let's build this one correctly. We're going to go upstairs first build it, then come down. That sounds like the best method. But what I am going to do is I need to know where our line is going to be, and our line is going to be right off of that. So this is going to be our line. It necessarily has to be there, but I know that's where it's going to be. So we need to do that and that. Right? Yep, matches. Boom, boom. And for this one, we'll do an outer staircase. I already have the staircases. Why did I go up? Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. I was about to say, why am I going up? I'm thinking water pumps underneath. See, I think this is just going to look cool. And if I wanted to, I can actually put a foundation over the top, and then just the top bits of the smokestacks are sticking out. Oh, yeah. So nice. So nice. Okay. You don't need to be that close. You need to be that close, though. Now, if you try and go from down to up, oh, it's working on that one. Over there, it didn't want to do it. It was like, nope, not doing that. You're out of your mind. Yes, I am. Because sometimes this feels like I'm just talking to myself, whispering all my craziness. But don't worry. You don't have to be crazy to work here. We'll train you. What? I have to be pointing at one of them? Yeah, why did I don't know why that didn't do it, but okay. All right. So now we need to come right down. So on this one above, that is 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3. Did that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. To shaboom. And then on this guy, he is going to be 1, 2, 3 over. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. So that should be great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we must not forget about our little fellas. And you could, I guess I don't have to be, I could do this. And then when I'm doing this, it'll should line up for me, right? It doesn't want to? Oh, wonder if it's just too close. Let's try it over here then. If I do this, does that tell me it's too far away or too close? Oh man, that's a shame. It should really snap or tell us. I don't. I don't agree with that one, but okay. There. I'm really chomping through my supply of pipes, aren't I? Man, oh man. And then we can go ahead and do the pumps. You know, we'll do it afterwards. That way I don't have to eyeball it. I'll only have to eyeball it once at least. Okay, 6. All right. Grab anything by accident. So try and line up the line down there as best I can. Oh, and I had it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So pretty. So pretty. Thinking, how's he going to get across there? Buddy. I can jump. Look at that. Look at that. I know. I know. I know. I'm impressed. I'm impressed too. I mean, dude, who wouldn't be? You know? I guess I was able to make all of them straight except where it really mattered. I don't know. What's funny is I locked that one to lock with the one behind it and somehow made that line straight. I do not get it sometimes. And this one's got to be off just because I can't line up. Yeah. Whatever, right? What? Down. Down, buddy. Go. Oh, no, wait. That one. Pulling forward as much as it'll allow. Yeah, I wasn't brave on that one, huh? I mean, I'm recording. I don't like to edit. Sure is painfully evident here. There we go. Gee, yikes. I know. Why does it matter after a while? But, you know. Maybe it will inspire you to split the difference. You know what? Good enough for government work. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. All right, so how high up were they? About middle of the turbine, which is there. Me. Spin around, facing us like we have in the past. Do, 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 do. Like the casual just walk around like it. All right, and then we need electricity again. We'll upgrade him from afar. Full power. The power right down the line. Back around this side. Right down the line. Then we'll hook up everything. Too bad you can't just hook these up in tandem. They'll allow you to connect these to each other and they won't do anything. They'll just sit there because they don't have power. All right. Have to come down here and do a little bit of cleaning up. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Oh my God. Did that really just happen? Edit. I totally needed to come down here and take some measurements. I was coming over here to destroy the rest of it. That's it. You know, cleanliness. I'm here to save Mr. Bean. Poor Mr. Bean. Be free, my friend. Be free. Work here is almost done. Yeesh. All right. Don't worry. We're getting there. And yes, I know. It looks fine. That is going to bother me because I've seen it. That's why I could never be a painter. It would drive me bananas every time I notice any little oopsie. Definitely. All right. Pull power from... And if I could click on it from here. There. Straight down the seam. How far away from the pipes was I? We'll just say middle. Now that should continue pumping. Should get flow here and there. Should flow down into these bad boys. All right. So what we'll do is, because I'm going to move all these back, I'll make that a different video. But we will now work on the lifters. And we'll just do this one side, and I'll bring over a single line of coal. I know. Okay. So I was right. Going to be on the line. Man, that's going to make this easy to do. He says as he messes it all up. Right. Uh-oh. I see a problem. How bad? Oh my. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to deal with that either. All right. Let's get to making all of this. So, do y'all think I should see? This is going to be a problem too. So, do you think what I should do is move that whole section back off camera, or is that something that you don't think anybody's going to want to watch? That's the question. Maybe I'll record it, maybe I won't. Let's see, look. I'm not perfect at this game, even with all the time I've spent playing it. You're not going to be perfect either. And that is perfectly fine. I am going to make mistakes. But you know what? We had fun. And I could ignore that that's getting clipped like crazy. I just find it funny. It bothers me ever so little. Yeah, I thought I messed up there. Need to remember where all of these are in conjunction. All right, let's see if we did a good job. Yes. Yes. Hit the click. We're golden. No. All that clipping. And no, these are going to be 15 each. We did not have to use Mark IIIs on these at all. And the reason why I'm not doing this left side is because I'll move them all back. Otherwise, I'd have to move them again. That might have been a tremendous waste of Mark IIIs because I am going to have to use Mark IIIs for the 270 limit that we are going to be working on. So I want to, I'm going to have another section of belts come from the left. I'm going to have 4 of these in here. Okay. So the other one is going to be about here. Because we can't have it clipping, can we? It's just crazy. I can have them that close if I want. Or I can separate them out. I can do that definitely either way. Because I have the room with this extra foundation on the end. They're not going to fit on there. I would have to move him over a little. So instead, what we can do is, how far over was he? So he was 2 over. Whoa. 1, 2. And then do the same thing here. And that was 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So I'm going to have an inner lane and an outer lane. The outer lanes are going to curve first. The inner lanes are going to curve second, but they're going to do the back sides. So we'll be working with this section here, not this section. So what we will do is pull it down. Yeah. Pull it down this line right here. And it shifts. Thanks. So now what we want to do is figure out how we're going to get all of this into here. This is my AFK box. Whenever I need to go do something, I just...
While I admire your investment in your work, invest it somewhere more productive.
This is productive. This keeps me alive. There's only one thing that can kill me in here, and it's a radioactive hog. And he kills me just by standing up close to it. I'm too far away. I actually thought about making a trap for the animals. I'll have to use the blueprint maker, but basically I'll put down a foundation, build this up maybe too high all around, and then leave it open to the sky with a ladder going up to it. And then I can just build it directly over the top of them. I might need to make it a 4x4 frame, but that'd be pretty neat, because then I'd be able to just bloop, drop it on top of them, climb to the top, and throw bombs down and kill them. I think I'll bake that with the blueprint. That'll be a few episodes from now. I am so ready to be done with phase 2, but I'm pacing myself and making sure I don't miss stuff for everybody. I think this has outlived its usefulness. All right. So what we're going to do for now is run electricity. Going to production. Well, building on foundations. Mr. B, what you doing, bro? Inspecting? Mandatory inspections. No creatures in the way. We won't tell him. He's doing a bad job. No, he's not. Now I'm in the way. Keep on doing your thing. Whoops. All right. So I think that'll be the outer and this will be the inner. So we'll go ahead and use it here. If I have enough shards. I have enough shards. I do. What? 70. Don't have enough shards to complete this build, but that's okay. And then wait, what the hell happened? Was I not on the grid? Wow. Guess I wasn't on the grid. Thought I was. So, like I've said before, there's a worldwide grid that everything can match to. Really handy dandy to build using that grid. Because then all your buildings will always line up. As long as you, when you go out here into the wilderness, if I hold left control, it'll snap. See, it snaps there. That's a universal grid. Obviously, it was not used whenever I started the factory over there somehow. That happened. I would never make a mistake like that. But here we are. Okay, 1, 2. By the way, I had this whole system set up here where it was just pumping coal in like crazy. And the only reason this was even here was I was trying to accelerate getting into the steel before building a factory to be frustrated and rip it down. Because you actually have to produce steel beams by hand before you can actually make it into the rest of the tier. All right. So let's 8 there. Hit R to flip that. Go. Go. 3 or R. Nope. E. That's what. How far off is that? What is that? Looks good enough for me. All right. Pipe's in the way. We're going to clip it, but that's fine. I heard what they're actually planning on doing. You know what? Not where I wanted to go, did I? Because you're going to be on that side, on the left. These two need to be on the right. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Power you temporarily. That is the inner leg. Yes. Hopefully. Have any problems? We never have problems, right? Long. No. Running exorbitantly long belts is not exactly gonna run out. Definitely gonna run out. Definitely run out. Okay, so this section isn't even here on the side. I think I was going to rebuild it once I get it all done. So we definitely want this guy to run close to, but quite into. That would be that section. Then there's that. Right? Maybe not. Yeah. I was going to have this section come in and then split off going this way, and I'll do the same thing with this one, where it splits off going the other direction, and use. I aimed for the middle, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So middle of the middle. A lot of sense. That'd be close too. Middle. Yep. Middle of the middle. One. Missing one. No. No. We're too close. We are. Too close. I mean, look at that. I have plenty of steel beams. I don't know what any of y'all are talking about. Just 18 of these to put down. Oh, not that way. What are you doing to me? I have to be facing this way. Fine. What is that? I feel like I'm being trolled sometimes. There's no way. I told you this would be an undertaking. You think this is bad, just wait till we get to oil. If I'm really mean, I'll do 2 of them. One using mixers. That's fun. Talk about a water tower. What about an oil tower? Yeesh. Okay, where did we say the middle was? It was here, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll say it looks like the middle to me. Okay, that's real tempting to start at this point, but you really don't want to. Now, it's very important. Make sure you don't do smart splitters, regular splitters. Oh my God. Come on. Oh, Jesus. I had some down here. Really? What we're doing? That's what we're doing, I guess. That's what we're doing. How many wire? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 20. What I said, don't leave home without it. Sort. Nope, magic didn't happen. Dang it. What do we want to get rid of? What do we want to get rid of? relatively quick to make for you to grow on. All right. So doing it, I want to match exactly how I match this. How I'm sure I went to lines. All right. So I went to the first line, the next line, and then the following line. Oh my God, I'm off. Okay, I'll fix that. Yeesh. All right. So make sure you're not doing smart splitters, just regular old splitters. Find the middle one. Make sure you're facing away from it. And then pop it down. And that's for those three. Middle one of the next three. Middle one of the next three. Once again, making sure that one arrow, the in arrow, is facing out. One. Huh. Nice try. Nice try. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. So that's our 15, 15, 15. So now, nice is we already did this over here, so I can just duplicate. So now we turned around and said, we'll do in the middle. Now I had a little trouble getting the math just right on this. It turned out it was 10 this way and 10 that way. I'm sure that won't be a problem this time, right? Right. So once again, we're going to line up on this line and so close. So if we run it there, it should be 10. Perfect. Why won't you go in there? What is your problem, sir? What is your problem? I don't know what the heck that was all about. Just having a hissy fit at work. Doesn't want to do what he's supposed to do. So then the final one is going to be in the middle-ish, and I put it right behind. This is the same situation. It's 2 to 2 and 2 to 2, right? So the same thing here. Lined it up. Facing this way. And should be 10 and 10. It is. Once again, this is a waste. I know I don't need it. Now, at this point, I know that that is going to be my next location to come in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and connect this. And the reason why is it's going to fill. I want it to fill. I want it to go ahead and start doing its thing on whatever sections that I have, whatever connections that I have going already. So this guy is going to go all the way out here. I think he barely doesn't make it. Yeah. So it's going to fill up, and then this section will fill this. That to that. Belts, 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 belts. Ah. And then one last section here on this line. These lines help line everything up. Ah! $10 and 10. Why does that matter? It just tells me that I have it done straight. That's all. Smack dab in the middle. So now what we need to make sure is, as this does its thing, let's go check our water pumps. We have 6 to look at. Don't know why I had that in my hand. Full. Well, we only have 3 because we're not messing with that side yet. I'll move it back. Good. Go ahead and check them anyways. Good and good. My goodness. Almost like we're just about done. Why is that staggering like that? Should be flowing smashed all up against each other. Why are you doing that? Ah! Because I rebuilt it. Yeah, see, that's what it should look like. That staggering was my clue that there is a problem. That is no good with this gap. Gap, 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 gap. Boom. No gap. That's what I'm looking for. I was like, man, that doesn't seem to be going at the right speed. It should be going substantially faster. Okay. I'm not going to go and check everything from up here. And check it from down here. And I'm going to let all this whole coal line fill. And we should be good. See, that's just satisfying walking down this, isn't it? We did this. So cool. I like the way those run between the pipes. Nice, neat, pretty. What I can do is run power now to this section. And the way I ended up doing it was just walking. Well, I was off on that, wasn't I? One nice thing is you can do that. Find your center line-ish. Do it that way. And what I did is I just walked through, and every time I saw this big center piece here, because this is on this side, but this one's on that side. I mean, I guess I could go boom to boom, but that's a lot of connections. And even I'm not that patient. So I come through, that looked about even Steven to me. I'm on the same line. Say that, and then it's not even a line. and I just monotonously walk through like this, going good enough. 2 big tall pieces. Good enough. Kept on trucking. Well, I'm going to let everything fill up and get more stinking cables. And I will see you all another time. I will move this back, resolve this one line, and next time we start up, hopefully, I'll have corrected my minor. And by minor, I mean like minor oopsie. And it'll just take over a little bit more of this. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.